This is your daily briefing. You're welcome to it. Oliver Skipp set to miss the opening game against Southampton and other games after that, I'm sure. He sustained a hairline fracture to his heel. That's according to Alistair Gold. There's a nasty rumour doing the round that it was Emerson Royale's studs that were to blame, but it's not about blame, it's about the player being cursed, I tell thee. We just have to wish him well. The skin is punctured, the bone is damaged. It's not a quick fix. Who knows? But it just serves to emphasise to me how thin and how soft our middle is in the midfield of the park there. Japhet Tanganga's agent, there's been talk between them and AC Milan. Understood that Tottenham HOTSPUR want a loan with an obligation to buy. Milan just want an option to buy. Stinks of Daniel Levy, extremely patronising standoff this. Who in their right mind, I mean AC Milan, they're not chumps, are they? Who in their right mind would want an obligation to buy a player that has yet to properly return from injury and then move him to a different country and a different division? I don't see how that would charm anybody. Jed Spence quote from Alistair Gold, why he chose to join Tottenham. The manager was a big reason. Obviously the club itself is a big club, Champions League football. Those were the things that made me want to come. Fascinating stuff. I just want to see some football from you, young man, and I want more than 2 goals and 2 assists. And I don't care if that only it comes on the back of you being afforded 90 minutes all season. I don't want any more chit chat, any more will she, won't she, is she, isn't she. I just want results. Villarreal are still working on Lo Celso's return. Matteo Moretto. And a report from the Ofcom, this is, well, it is what it is, isn't it, has revealed that Harry Kane is the Premier League player with the 5th most abusive tweets received, and that's been compiled by the BBC. Listen, I don't know what to tell you, but well, I do. Twitter, I think the average IQ of your Twitter user these days is single digits. I've had some extraordinary abuse. No, really? Yes, I've had some extraordinary abuse, but just from people who are so fragile. It's not because I've said anything extraordinary. It's just you can tweet virtually anything on social media, on Twitter, specifically on the Twitter platform these days, and you get savaged by somebody with 27 followers who says, my friend who you blocked yesterday says you don't know what you're talking about. That's the level that Twitter has sunk to. 40 million quid or 40 billion quid or whatever it is, Mr. Elon Musk. Yeah, I wouldn't bother. Sky Sports, who are normally really good, Marseille and Galatasaray are among those potential options for Tanguy Ndombele this summer. I hope. And Caught Offside have a regular column with Fabrizio Romano where he opens his heart. And he says that Tottenham alongside Newcastle like Maddison but are yet to make an offer. Newcastle have put a couple of quid on the table. If Newcastle get Maddison, then I don't know what to say to you that wouldn't get me deplatformed. Tottenham are interested in Roma's Nicolo Zaniolo, but Jose Mourinho wants the Italian to stay in Roma. Fee of 50 to 60 million could force Roma to consider a sale of the player. I've managed to have cut off whoever was responsible for that, and perhaps rightly so. I don't think he's the right player. I went through it yesterday, and one thing I didn't even bother to mention was his injury record. He got the crucial ligament history. Not interested. So I don't understand what it is with this fan base, and you know, it wouldn't be one of my tapes if I wasn't having a pop at you, or some of you. But what is this business with? Yeah, well, if we keep our fingers crossed and we get lots of sellotape and it doesn't rain, what is going through your minds? Let's just spend decent money on decent players. No backstory, no, oh yeah, hold the rosary beads, none of that nonsense. There's just too many variables that could go wrong with this lad, and the numbers aren't there. The numbers simply aren't there. AC Milan, Tanganga we mentioned earlier, but Di Marzio, who's got nothing right really this summer, suggests that Sergio Reguilon could also be heading to the same place in Italy. And the BBC again doing some good work here. It has to be said. It has to be said. You remember the net zero game against Chelsea? I think we probably lost that or drew it. I can't remember. I don't care. Just totally turned off by the whole climate thing. But anyway, this table displays a BBC Sport estimate of each club's emissions in order of who's generated the most carbon dioxide from air travel. And this is to do with the friendlies. Not including domestic fixtures for the purposes of this comparison. Given air travel mile for mile, this is the most damaging way to travel for the environment. Yeah, if you say so. I'm not a big believer in it, but then maybe I'm a fool and you should ignore me. But yeah, look at that. Spurs 6th in the table. Doesn't really sit well with what you say and do, to quote the old Jesus Christ Superstar line there. And we've got to finish on this, the old John Craven's newsround comedy item. Manchester United appoint Tom Huddleston as under-21 playing coach.
Hello darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, that would be great. Good luck. Keep it Tottenham.